Cowboy fans and YouTubers? Is that VA Dallas Cowboy fan coming back at you? Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting down below. I make these videos for me and you, and they're a little therapeutic because we have Wednesday's injury report, kind of, sort of. Well, we have an early lead on practice, at least, before the official injury report comes out. Right now, it looks like the only person who did not practice fully with the team was Jordan Lewis. He's still off to the side, getting some rehab. Ventel Bryant was off rehabbing his knee, and Amari Cooper is on the side doing some resistance cords and rehabbing whatever ailment he has. And they're saying that they're probably going to ramp him up throughout the week towards game time. We don't know what's wrong with him. And as we know, the Cowboys, they're being very coy with injury reports, because remember, the whole time we were like, what's wrong with La'el Collins? And they were like, oh, he's fine. It's just a conditioning issue. He'll be all right. Next thing you know, he's going on IR. So you're like, well, what the hell happened? Oh, it's a hip injury. Well, why didn't y'all just say that? If he was hurt the whole time, y'all should have just came out and told the fans. Don't just be leading us along thinking our offensive line was going to be okay when it's not. Jeez. But, yeah. Cheeto, Xavier Woods, and Luke Gifford are all back on the field. They're at least getting in some work. Also with the Amari Cooper, he did some individual drills, but no team drills. So they are putting him on the field for some things. They're just not doing fully all out with him right now. Hopefully he'll be okay. But he still put up some okay numbers being hurt last year. But you don't want to have these nagging lower body issues with a wide receiver. Because sooner or later, the Cowboys are going to be like, you know, we put all this money in you and you're starting to turn into Miles Austin, where you're unavailable half the season, or if you are available, you're hurt. Now, thankfully, we did draft CeeDee Lamb, so that takes some of the pressure off of worrying too much about him not being able to go. So CD can step up and be outside receiver if he has to be. I'm sure there's a plan where Coop was going to be in the slot and CD was going to be outside, or, you know, mismatch with Gallup somewhere down in the playbook anyway. But you still want to get those three on the field. Not having one less than 100% is kind of hurting us. CD has also been seen doing some punt returns. Throughout training camp, we did hear that noise anyway, that he was getting some looks back there. But if you looked at the unofficial depth chart, that he is like second on kick returns and third on punt returns, something like that. So don't expect to see him too much on any kind of return game, unless it's a close game and they need an explosion, you know, like Dez Bryant used to do in his rookie time. Let's see. That looks to be all the issues. Also on the practice field was Brandon Carr. He was working safety next to Xavier Woods. So that's something to keep an eye out for, because we don't know if they'll activate him for the game or not. They might just sit there and stash him until it looks like they need him, but they may activate him just in case. As the practice squad rules go this year, I think it's you can have a player be active for 2 games before you have to actually activate them on the 53 or the 55-man, well, the official 53-man roster. So you can have Brandon Carr play games 1 and 2, and then they say you can cut him, and because he's not eligible for waivers, he can immediately re-sign with the team the next day and be right back. And then rinse and repeat, and he could play the whole season doing that on a minimum salary. So they'll work something out like that. Other than that, Cowboys are looking good. Hopefully they get back to being healthy. After 3 weeks, we're really going to know what we look like, because I think at that time, you'll know basically what our offense and defense could look like. And then we'll be getting Collins and Sean Lee back. And those two will provide extra, especially Collins. He's going to solidify that offensive line. And Sean Lee is going to be that expert backup, if not base, linebacker that can really boost that linebacking core. So we're really going to see what we got in by October. And then midway through October, if they activate Randy Gregory on time, I don't know who they're going to release at that time, but you're going to see what he can do. And now you got a pass rush where you can really have defensive end all the way across the line with no defensive tackles at all, because you're going to have enough to rush. That's going to be something to see. Let's see. And as far as I know, the Earl Thomas talk, I don't know what's going on there. Jerry Jones seems to be the only one leaving the door open, and nobody else on the team really is talking about him. So we don't know what's going on with that. Maybe they're in a wait-and-see approach. Maybe not. Who knows? You got Zack Martin's contract was restructured today, freeing up some cap money. All the reports are that they're trying to free up some money to basically go through 2020 with that extra cash in hand, but to really have it for 2021 to pay Dak, because now they know they pretty much screwed themselves and put themselves in a corner where they're going to have to pay him almost $40 million on average. And there's no way to get around it now. So maybe they're making that cash flow to re-sign him, and they're doing it in advance now because they already know. That's why they started moving some of that other cash around. And they haven't really paid any kind of big name free agents since Poe and McCoy. Ha was a bit of a bad investment, but we seem to be doing that every year at safety nowadays. I don't know why they don't just draft one and just go from there, because it seems to be easier to just draft a guy and build him up from the bottom, and knowing he's not going to be, all that great at first, rather than bringing somebody in and having somebody already on the squad beat them out for a spot. You kind of wasted that money. Plus, the draft option is cheaper and younger. But that's on them. I'm sure Will McClay's always got a plan. With the world the way it is, I'm sure they're not going to get too much film on safeties for the upcoming draft. But that also benefits us, because nobody else will also get that information. So it's definitely going to be more on us and our scouting department to see what's already out there and, what they can get from whoever does play college this year. But we'll have to see about that. But that's the news for today, for Wednesday Hump Day. I hope you have a good one. It looks like my area is going to be getting a lot of rain and flooding for the next couple days. Y'all stay safe out there. How about them Cowboys? VA Dallas Cowboy fan? Out.